It was gone. Every rupee. My chest tightened as I stared at the empty balance flashing on the screen. My father noticed. He smirked, raised his glass, and said it like a joke. We needed it more. The laughter around the table stung deeper than any blade. My hands trembled as I reached for my bag, calm on the outside, fire within. "Then you won't mind what's coming next," I said softly. They laughed harder, a chorus of hyenas. And then, a bang rattled the walls. The door flew open. Family was supposed to mean safety. That's what I used to believe. My father taught me to count coins before I could write my name. He told me money was survival, trust was wealth. I carried those lessons like scripture. When I left for the city, I sent money home, every month. My father would say, "We're proud of you, you're our lifeline." I believed him. I believed them all. At reunions, they hugged me tighter, called me the successful one, praised my discipline. I mistook envy for love. I didn't see the rot forming beneath their smiles. It started small, an unexplained withdrawal, a delay in my account statement. Then, excuses. The bank system is slow, maybe you forgot. But one night, scrolling through receipts, I found a transfer I never made. To his name. My father. The man who swore he'd die before stealing from me. I tested it. Quietly. Sent smaller amounts, left trails. Each one disappeared into the same drain. And the next reunion, their clothes were newer, their laughter louder, their plates heavier. The betrayal wasn't just theft. It was collusion. My family, united, not in love, but in stripping me bare. I smiled through it, ate their food, raised my glass, pretended not to know. Inside, something broke, but not my will. My father taught me discipline, and I'd weaponize it. I froze my rage, buried it under stillness. I moved money into silent accounts they couldn't touch. I spoke to people they didn't know I knew, lawyers, investigators, bankers. I prepared step by step while they thought me blind. For months, I played the fool. I let them drain the last of what they thought I had. I let them believe I was weak. But weakness is the sweetest camouflage. First, I gathered proof. Every transaction, every signature, every lie they told while looking me in the eye. I built a case strong enough to bury them without mercy. Then I moved my assets, properties, investments, savings, out of reach. What was left in my main account was bait. I waited until the reunion, the day they expected me to smile, eat, and let them steal again. But I brought company, unseen, waiting. Officers with warrants, lawyers with files, quiet men in dark suits who didn't care for family sentiment. They sat in a car outside, watching. All I had to do was signal. And now here we were. My father laughing, glass in hand, telling me they needed it more. The bang of the door cut his laughter short. The suits poured in, papers and warrants flashing under the dim light. Their laughter cracked into silence. Fraud, misappropriation, theft. The words fell heavy. One by one, their faces drained. My siblings stammered, my uncles cursed, my mother's lips trembled. My father still tried to smirk, but his hands shook when they pulled the glass from his grip. I leaned back, watching them realize. "You taught me discipline," I whispered, "but you forgot I was listening." They called my name, pleaded, barked orders at me as if I was still their obedient child. I didn't move. I just watched them fall, step by step, stripped of their pride, their comfort, their illusions. Justice doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers while everything else burns. When the house emptied, when their voices faded into police cars and slamming doors, I finally breathed. I walked through the silence, past the plates still full of food, past the chairs knocked over in panic. The house smelled of smoke and fear. For years, I sent money to build this place. Tonight, It became their prison. I should have felt grief. Instead, I felt weight leaving my shoulders. They took my money, but I took their power. And as I stepped into the night, I knew one thing with certainty. I was never their lifeline. I was their reckoning.